Hi there everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hope every one of you is doing really well. So today's pick a card reading is going to be about your future spouse. Basically we are going to look at how would your future spouse perceive you, what would be their first thought, first opinion, what would they feel the very first time that they meet you. Okay, it's going to be a general reading and not every message is going to resonate with you, so take what resonates, leave the rest. In case if any of you want a personal reading with me, you can check out the description. The email is mentioned. I'm going to give you guys 2 seconds to choose your piles. As you can see in front of you, you have 2 piles to choose from. Pause the video if needed. Choose the pile that you feel most intuitively drawn to, and let's begin with your reading. Hi there my pile ones, this is going to be your reading. We are going to look at how would your future spouse perceive you, what would be your first impression when you meet them, how would they view you. This is going to be a general reading and not every message is going to resonate with you, so take what resonates, leave the rest. In case if any of you want a personal reading with me, you can check out the description. My email is mentioned, and let's see what's coming for you. We have the 3 of Swords coming forward. We also have the Knight of Cups. I'm getting the word guarded for some reason. We also have the Judgment at the back of the deck. I feel like the very moment that you are going to meet your future spouse, maybe you would have come out of a really difficult period when it comes to your love life. This could include like you going through a breakup, you going through separation. For someone here specific, I'm also getting divorce. Or if you have a really dark past when it comes to your relationships, okay, maybe every time you try to open your heart out, you always attracted such partners that never really reciprocated their love. Okay, there is this energy coming forward where you might have always like chosen the wrong people in your life, and I feel like the first time that you are going to meet your future spouse, you're not really going to believe that the person in front of you is for real. I feel like there is going to be a lot of doubt in your heart, and I feel like your future spouse is going to pick up on that energy. Like it would take a really long time to break the ice. That is what I'm hearing. Knight of Cups, right? So definitely you're gonna give off this really romantic, really stable energy. Overall, I feel like you would have a very good impression. We also have the World at the back of the deck, okay? For someone here specific, I'm getting your future spouse could be a foreigner. Maybe this person doesn't live at your native place, or there may be like a significant cultural difference, background difference. Even if this person is not from foreign and they still kind of live in the same country, this is giving me like different ethnicity. I feel like that is what your future spouse is going to feel about you when they first meet you. Or even if not different ethnicity, I feel like there will be major differences. They'll definitely be very attracted to you, very drawn to you, and the first thought that is going to come into their mind is maybe I can invest in pile number 1. Maybe pile number 1 is worth the shot. Because we have the Knight of Cups, right? This is like the most stable knight in the entire Rider-Waite. So he gives a very slow moving, stable energy. Your future spouse is definitely going to perceive you to be someone who is very grounded, very stable, very calm, okay? You would also come off as someone who is very emotionally mature. And there would be something about you where your future spouse would perceive you to be someone who is like very strategic, very calculative when it comes to choosing a perfect partner for them. There is something about you where you wouldn't want to like end up with the wrong person. You wouldn't want to give the wrong person another chance, right? So I feel like your future spouse could be able to like sense that energy. I feel like you are going to scan your future spouse. We also had the Judgment, right? Yeah, I feel like you are going to judge them really hard. The way your future spouse is going to perceive you is going to be like the opposite of a player. Okay, like they would know it right from the beginning, right from the start, that you, my pile number 1s, you're here for like a serious relationship. You're here for a serious commitment. Like you don't do games. I don't know if for someone here specific, if you have been like single for a very long time, maybe 3 to 4 years, okay, maybe you haven't been going out dating. I'm also getting this energy of someone who has also like locked themselves in. I'm getting the energy of isolation also for some reason. I don't know, okay? Maybe you, my pile number 1s, you guys have been like waiting for the right person, waiting for the right partner to actually show up. Your future spouse would also like perceive you to be someone who would have a very youthful appearance. I don't know. Like, although you would come off as someone who is guarded, who is protected, but this is giving me the energy where I'm here for fun. I'm here for the experience. I feel like the very first time you meet your future spouse would be able to recognize that you are the real deal. They would want to settle in with you. But for you, my pile number one, I feel like you would still perceive them as someone just like another casual fling. This is giving me that. Okay. Maybe you're going to meet this person like very casually, and you would also like expect that there is really not much future. You wouldn't really expect that you are meeting your future spouse. Okay, what else? How would their future spouse perceive my pile number ones? Oh, we have the Ace of Cups. Wow. We also have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. For someone here specific, I'm getting you guys could meet through a dating app. I'm really sorry if you can hear the noise. I really can't do anything about it. I don't know when this is going to end. I don't know if the phone is catching up or not. I'm not using a microphone actually. Yeah, so as I was saying, you could meet this person on a dating app. Maybe they'd be like looking for options. They'd be like swiping through. For someone here, it's giving me also like matrimony sites. I don't know if you have been looking for like marriage or commitment, something like that. But for majority of you, this is giving me dating apps, because for your energy, as I said, you would just casually like swipe through and check out for men or women to like meet. I feel like your future spouse would have their eyes on you from the beginning. For someone here specific, I'm getting your future spouse could be way more mature than you are. Maybe also like more elder. There can be like a significant age difference. There is something about you where my pile number ones, I feel like your future spouse would perceive you to be someone who has like a lot of potential for growth, for change, for evolution. I don't know. There is something that your future spouse would want to like make you learn for some reason, elevate to their level. And I don't mean it in a way where they don't really see you at their level, but it's just maybe you are like still in that journey, still in that process to actually reach wherever you wanted to reach. For someone here specific, I'm getting maybe both of you could have like a very similar career goal. Both of you would have like the same ambition, same drive to reach a goal, to reach somewhere, to reach a certain status, reputation, I don't know. For someone here very specific, I'm getting you could be like a twin flame. This could be your soulmate. For a lot of you, I feel like you are going to get married to your twin flame or soulmate if you are into that. Okay, not a lot of people are into that concept. Someone here could also have their Dharakarak as Saturn, which means like Saturn may be the lowest degree in your charts. Someone here could have Saturn in the first house in their Navamsha or D9. Someone here could also like have 7th house Saturn. So this speaks about karmic partners. And when we speak about karmic partners, it doesn't always like have to mean you have to go through sufferings and lessons. It's not like that, okay? So both the souls are here to basically teach each other things. So it's giving me that. Your future spouse would definitely perceive you to be someone who is very intuitive. They'll also feel like you're a very caring person. You're a very loving person. You may have like a very, as I said, strict boundaries, strict demeanor about yourself. Even you may have certain elements in your chart, okay, where you may try to act as practical as possible. I feel like you are also going to hide the fact that you care about this person. You're going to hide your love. You're going to hide that attraction. And I feel like your future spouse will be able to like read between the lines. I don't know. There is something that this person is going to pick up on very early on. They are going to be very, very intuitive, okay? They'll absolutely see through what's going on. For someone here specific, I'm getting your future spouse may also like get dreams or certain signs, synchronicity, some kind of downloads to actually identify that you are the one. For someone here specific, I'm getting you could meet your future spouse through social media also. Now, this could be anything. Previously, I said it could be like a dating app. For someone here, it could be like Instagram or some kind of community, some kind of networking is important over here. Maybe you guys are going to be invited. For someone here, I'm getting specifically a common friend could be involved. I don't know. I'm getting the vision of party, engagement, gathering, an event. Oh, we have a lot of cards over here. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We have the 10 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Pentacles reversed, okay? Your future spouse is going to perceive you to be someone who outright would show absolutely no interest. They would feel like maybe you don't trust them, maybe you don't want to work in the connection, you're not interested in them. But I feel like that's going to be very external, because as I said, this person is going to read between the lines, okay? I feel like your future spouse would feel like you have a lot of options. There will be like a lot of men, women who would be interested in you. I feel like they would also like be very, very attracted to you. I'm getting the energy of passion. The element of fire is also coming out very strongly. Very strong physical attraction is what I'm seeing. Like they are going to be extremely sexually drawn to you. I feel like you are going to turn on your future spouse, okay? I'm also hearing the word, why me? I don't know. Maybe that is what they're going to think about. Like, why would pile number one choose me? Why would they be interested in me? They probably have so many options. For someone here, I'm also getting your future spouse would like perceive you to be someone who is also like tired of the attention that you get. I feel like the very first time that you're going to meet your future spouse, you're going to look pretty, you're going to look beautiful, you're going to look very done up. But they would feel like maybe you could have like accentuated your features, your beauty like way better. I feel like you're not going to look the best when you go out there and meet your future spouse. You haven't put like efforts on your looks or beauty on purpose, maybe because you have already pre-decided that you're going to reject this person, or you're going to walk away, or you're just simply not interested, right? And you wanted to like make it very clear that it's like a very casual interaction. The way they would perceive you is someone who really doesn't care about their looks. You don't care about how the world perceives you. You don't care about what people think about you. I feel like they are going to see you as a person who is like very confident in who they are, very confident in their skin, very confident in even your flaws. Not like they would try to nitpick. They would feel like you embrace yourself in and out. You would come off as very raw, very authentic, very original, and very unfiltered as well. You would come off like this really bare, naked person, okay, very transparent. Like there would be nothing that you would want to hide about this person. This is not giving me the energy of secrecy, mystery. No, you, as I said right in the beginning, there would be like no games involved here. You would be very clear and transparent about what you need, what you want. I'm also getting this energy where when you have a discussion or a conversation with this person, you know the kind of a man or a woman you want. That is what they're gonna feel about you. For someone here, I'm also getting you could also be perceived of as someone who is like very busy with their work. I feel like when you are going to meet your future spouse, you're going to be doing really well in your career. You're going to be doing really well in terms of your finances. But it's like giving me someone who hasn't really reached that peak yet. Like you are still on that journey. You're still evolving. You're still growing, right? So I'm getting the energy of learner here. I feel like for also a lot of you, you could also try to hide your pain, try to hide what you have gone through. But there is something about your energy, as I said, your future spouse is going to pick up on. They're going to know if you have been hurt, okay? I feel like there would be like a very casual or a short conversation about your dating life, about your past, about the history that you've been through. But I feel like when you're going to speak to them, you're not going to like make that the main topic, right? You would try to deflect. But I feel like your future spouse would, as I said, right, read between the lines, try to see you for who you are. Your future spouse is someone who is very deep. That's it, my pile number ones. That is all the messages that I'm getting for you. Hope this resonated. If it did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down your thoughts and feelings. In case if any of you want a personal reading with me, you can check out the description. My email is mentioned. Bye, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hi there, my pile twos. This is going to be your reading. We are going to see how will your future spouse perceive you, what will be their thoughts, opinions, what will they think about you. So this is going to be a general reading and not every message is going to resonate. So take what resonates, leave the rest. In case if any of you want a personal reading with me, you can check out the description. My email is mentioned. Before getting into the reading, I'm getting some channeled message. I didn't have the same when it came to pile number one, but for you, I'm specifically getting. Either you could have a sweet tooth or your future spouse could have a sweet tooth. The first meeting may be like in a cafe, in a bakery shop. Tiramisu could be important here, cheesecake could be important here, ice cream also could be important here. You or your person may have very strong Taurus or Libra placements in your chart. Fine dining could be very important also. Someone here could also love wearing branded clothes. The word luxury is coming out. Also perfume. Also gifts. I don't know if the first time you meet your person, maybe either you or your person could bring some kind of gifts. Yeah, take it how it resonates. Okay, let's see for my pile number 2s. How will their future spouse perceive them? We have the Two of Pentacles. What is this Two of Pentacles? We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands and we have the King of Wands. Oh my God, this is like a power couple. 2 + 2 = 4. This is crazy, okay? I've never gotten such synchronicities over here. The way your future spouse is going to perceive you is to be someone who is very confident, who is very sure about themselves. You may also come across as someone who is like very ambitious. Okay, maybe you have really big goals, you have really big dreams. You could also want to attain a certain reputation, a certain status. I don't know, for someone here, I'm getting celebrity, being in the limelight. Even if you're not like a literal celebrity, but maybe there are like a lot of people who know you. And it's like the same for your future spouse as well. I feel like both of you are going to have some sort of celebrity status, some sort of main character status, okay? Someone's Venus could be in the 10th house. Maybe it's through your career is how you are going to meet your future partner. I feel like the very first time that you meet your future spouse, they are going to perceive you as someone who may be like a very good asset or a very good investment when it comes to some sort of collaboration, some sort of networking. Like, I don't know, I'm getting a little bit of entrepreneurial energy here. I don't know if you and your future spouse, both of you are like entrepreneurs, and maybe like you were looking for a partner, you were looking for a pair to like grow together. Or even if like not entrepreneurship, but this is like giving me two people meeting together to be excellent at their professional life, their work. Your future spouse is definitely going to perceive you to be someone who is very intelligent, very smart. I feel like both of you are going to have very intellectual conversations when you meet. I feel like most of the conversation is going to revolve around work, around money, also investment. For someone here, I'm also getting both of you could be like in the finance department as well. Your future spouse is definitely going to perceive you to be someone who is very money-minded, very materialistic, and not in a way where you would demand luxury, you would demand expensive things from your future spouse. It's not like that. It's like, let's build in together. It's giving me that, okay? You are going to definitely come off as I said, very ambitious, very driven. You could be a male or a female watching this, doesn't really matter, because we have the couple card over here, Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Both of you are going to have a significant status, a significant reputation. People are going to look up to you. Something about business class is also coming out. I don't know how that is relevant. What else? How will their future spouse perceive? My pile number 2s. Someone here could also like be in law profession. Okay, we have the Temperance. Wow, again the energy of balance is coming out. I feel like your future spouse is going to perceive you to be someone who was that missing piece, who was that missing puzzle in their life. Like when you meet them, I don't feel you or your person, both of you would feel empty or incomplete, or maybe both of you wouldn't really be looking forward for a person or a partner. I feel like both of you are going to be very deeply content with your current state. But there is this energy of amplifying coming out. I feel like you or your future spouse, both of you, whenever you come into this union, things will start expanding. Things will start coming to you tenfold, okay? Especially in terms of your finances, but this is also giving me like blessings. There is this energy of good luck that is involved here. Your future spouse would definitely perceive you to be someone who may be involved in healing, someone who may also be involved in fitness. Mental health could be very important to you. Someone who could also be like a spiritual person, very intuitive, someone who is all about growth. I feel like you are going to be seen off as someone who constantly wants to evolve, constantly wants to do better. Would also come across as someone who would be ready to take criticisms, ready to take feedback. You would come across as someone who is a people's person. I feel like you, my pile number 2s, you guys are going to be great at communicating. Excellent communicators. That is what I'm getting. You would also have like a very charming energy to you. For someone here specific, I'm getting you could also be like good in sales. I feel like you would have this energy where people would be very drawn to you. People would be extremely invested. I feel like people wouldn't really be able to take your eyes off you. And that is how your future spouse is also going to see you, right? He's going to perceive you to be, why did I said he? Could be a she as well. But anyway, take it how this resonates. Yeah, he or she could perceive you to be someone who is like this precious, rare gem, okay? You're one of a kind. That is what they're going to feel about you. The first time they meet you, I feel like they would feel like they haven't really met anyone quite like you. There is this energy of uniqueness, rarity. I feel like your future spouse is also going to stare you directly at your eyes. There is something about your eyes that is coming out. It's going to sparkle, okay? It's going to light up. Your future spouse is going to see you as this person who is like very glowing, very radiant. Your face could come across as very shiny. I'm getting strong sacral chakra energy also. Some of you could also like be involved in a creative endeavor. Or if not creative, like there is something about your mind that is going to give that energy of innovation. Your future spouse is going to be impressed by your depth. Both of you, when you meet, the conversation would involve around work, around money, around status. Maybe both of you would also like discuss your career goals, your ambitions and plans, and how you want to achieve like a certain thing in your life, okay? And I feel like your future spouse is going to be pretty impressed. Both of you could be sapiosexual. Someone here could have strong Mercury placements in your chart. Mercury could be the highest degree in your chart. You could be a Virgo or a Gemini. Watching this, maybe Sun, Moon or Rising. Mercury could also be the lowest degree in your chart. Mercury could also be like very strong in your D9 or Navamsha. Take it how this resonates, may not be. But as I said, communication is very important. Networking is very important. I feel like you are also going to make your future spouse feel a little nervous, a little intimidated. Like your future spouse have always met people who were more like feminine, more shy. I don't know, I feel like majority of the women are going to watch this reading. But even if you're like a man watching this, right? Your future spouse have never really attracted someone who met them energetically. I feel like that is what is going to bring both of you together. Yeah, your future spouse is going to perceive you to be someone who can never be replaced. He would feel like universe, God, angels, spirit teams, spirit guides, whomever that he or she may be connected to. He may feel like his manifestation, his prayers came to fruition. Because I don't know, in my mind, I'm hearing this song Like a Prayer by Madonna. Maybe you are going to be one of his answered prayer, one of his answered manifestation. I don't know, it's giving me very strong soulmate energy. Maybe this person has always manifested their future spouse to meet in so and so state, in so and so condition. What else? We have the Five of Swords over here, okay. Both of you are going to be very competitive. I feel like both of you would also love to debate, argue about a certain things. I don't know, because this is giving me both of you are like really smart, okay? This is giving me the energy of nerd for some reason. I don't know. Maybe both of you love researching, learning. Again, number 5 is coming out. As I said, element of Mercury could be very important. Communication could be very important. The way you express your ideas, your opinions come across as very intimidating to this person. You could also like have a very powerful voice. You may also have like very authoritative nature. I don't know, very strong on masculine energy is coming out. You could also have like certain opinions that wouldn't really be something that your future spouse would agree to. But it's like giving me where he would be fascinated by your ideas. He would be fascinated by your mind. He would not really have the same taste. He would not really agree to the same things. I feel like you are going to challenge this person. Someone here may also have like strong Mars placements in their chart. Mars in the 1st house, Mars in the 8th house, Mars in Aries, Mars in Scorpio. Or you may be like an Aries or a Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Rising. You're going to challenge this person. You're going to make this person go nuts, make this person go crazy. And I feel like your future spouse is going to enjoy that. Yeah, he would love a little bit of competition. Okay? You would come across as someone who would be very strong-headed, strong-minded. You would be seen off as someone who has a very clear vision. You know what you're doing. Yeah, you, my pile number 2s, you would come across as someone who knows their shit, okay? I don't know, for someone here, I'm getting some of the messages in pile number 1 also could resonate with you. So if you were attracted to pile number 1, you can go around and watch that. Oh my god, guys. And we also have the Hierophant at the back of the deck. Guys, I cannot make this up. 555. Some of you guys may have been coming across a lot of 555s also. Or if you come across 555, maybe that would be like a confirmation that your future spouse is near. Butterflies could also be significant, specifically black butterflies. Oh my god, this is crazy. Someone here may also meet your future spouse after a significant period of loss. Like, it could be anything that you have lost, okay? It could be a job, it could be maybe your old identity, it could be a friend, it could be a partner, maybe you're going through a separation, breakup, it could be anything. But you are going to meet your future spouse after you have gone through a really difficult period in your life. Some kind of change, transition needed to take place. I'm also getting the energy where you would meet your future spouse at your peak. You would be doing really well for yourself, okay? You would have grinded enough to reach where you wanted to reach, and you would like have all the materialistic things that you wanted, your reputation, your status. Like, basically you would meet this person when you would have achieved all your dreams and desires. You would meet this person when you would be in a very independent kind of energy. Like, you wouldn't really be needing any person in your life. You would have like everything sorted. That is when you're going to meet this person. Your person may also like perceive you to be someone who is like hyper independent. Maybe you don't need anyone. You don't ask for help. You have everything under control, okay? So you don't give me the energy of damsel in distress. No, my pile number 2s. We have the Knight of Cups over here. I love this. Very romantic, very stable, very emotionally grounded, okay? Your future spouse would perceive you to be someone with whom he sees like a long-term vision, a long-term commitment. He would take you very seriously. This is not a player energy at all, okay? You could have Pisces placements in your chart. Or your future spouse could have Pisces placements in your chart. Someone here could be born in the horse year. I don't know what is the horse year. I'm sorry, I forgot. But that is what your spirit teams wanted to like emphasize on. Also, the year of tortoise is coming out. If you're not born on this years, maybe horse, tortoise, or fishes could be important. You may literally come across these animals, or you may get certain signs and synchronicities when you're about to meet your future spouse. It would also be raining when you meet your future spouse. June, July could be important for someone here. Yeah, I'm getting a very gloomy weather for some reason. I feel like when you're going to meet your future spouse, you're going to be in a bit of romantic mood as well. If not romantic mood, you may also like be playing a lot of romantic songs for some reason. Or when you travel to actually meet your future spouse, the vehicle that you have onboarded, maybe some kind of romantic songs are being played in the background. That's what I'm hearing. I saw the butterfly again. So butterflies could again be significant. That was the message, my pile number 2s. That is all I had for you. Hope this makes sense. Hope it resonates. If it did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down your thoughts and feelings. And in case if any of you want a personal reading with me, you can check out the description. My details are mentioned. Bye guys. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.